Yeah, folks. So UAPB, Jackson State, and Southern will play future games at Legion Field. The SWAC will host a series of classic football games in Birmingham in the future. Starting this year, the SWAC will host a series of football games starting over the next 3 years. The Birmingham City Council recently approved the agreement and recommended by the mayor, which also includes an option to renew for an additional 2-year term. The upcoming series of SWAC Classic football games in Birmingham are projected to feature Jackson State University Tigers led by FCS head coach of the year, Deion Sanders, versus Arkansas Pine Bluff coach Doc Gamble, this year, followed by Jackson versus Southern, led by coach Eric Dooley in 2023 and 2024. The city of Birmingham will provide incentives in kind of services to the SWAC in the amount not to exceed $200,000 in year one and $300,000 in years 2 and 3. So basically, layman's end of this right here. The SWAC is extremely excited to partner with the city of Birmingham for hosting several marquee football games at historic Legion Field starting this upcoming season. What does this mean, people? Well, I want to break it down to you, and you ain't gonna believe the price. Blood games are over. The SWAC is finally doing what they should have been doing for a long time. Now, with this right here, the classic games average about $35 a ticket for the high end and low end. If you're going to stay in that price range, 70,000 seat stadium, if each team fills out, and we know Southern will travel at least to Alabama, and we know Jackson will travel to the moon, you're going to have 35,000, just like the Red River Shootout, down the middle, blue and dark blue. 35,000 tickets at $35 a ticket, that gives you a total of $1,225,000 gained per team for ticket sales. And you're saying, well, what? Well, Southern gets out of this big deal. Southern is really the winner of this whole deal because they're going to be at a bigger stadium. They're going to be able to put their program on the map. Southern is already primed to be the spoiler in the West for anything going on with Jackson State and FAMU. We all agree, no matter how much hating may be going on, we agree that FAMU and Jackson State are basically the prime teams in this conference as of now. We know other schools are gaining up. Let's just be honest, they're getting up there. We know Southern has the ability to be that spoiler, especially in the West. So what does that mean? Well, quite frankly, it means this. You have Southern playing in Alabama. They can broaden their recruiting reach, especially with, if good old Nick decides to retire. That will help them out. They have some of those boys from Alabama, those 4 stars that they're going for now. The whole thing about it is bringing balance. And by doing it in Alabama, you're going to have both teams' fan base a chance to get over there and go to the city. It will give them a chance to go to the city and explore and experience Birmingham, Alabama. We know they had a Magic City Classic, but that's really just 2 teams. And also, there's another little thing I don't think people are looking at. And I don't think anybody is going to get this one. Now, as a coach once told me, don't leave any meat on the plate. The question is not anymore, are they going to have this game in Birmingham? It's set in stone. The link is in the description. The question now is going to be, what's next? What if I were to tell you the SWAC was looking into having another bowl game? Yeah. Because by contract, the winner of the SWAC championship game must go to Celebration Bowl. Anybody who finishes outside of the SWAC championship game If they're strong enough to get into it, they can go to the playoffs. But the loser of the SWAC title game, that's a whole nother discussion. What if I told you that they were looking at making a bowl game for them? It will play before the Celebration Bowl. Wouldn't be in Atlanta. It will be in a different city. What if I told you they were trying to figure out where to host it? At a SWAC stadium? Alabama State, Prairie View, which had the last one, Jackson, which has the biggest, or another stadium? Yeah. What about having it in St. Louis? See, the thing that's being blatantly obvious right now, there are hotbeds for HBCU talent. Apparently, St. Louis is one of them. If you give kids a chance to say, hey, look, you can possibly play in St. Louis in front of your people, that's what main thing kids want. That's what mainly, when you see these big schools get a big recruit and then they play some sorry ass school on the road and that big recruit's home state is to appease that recruit. By having St. Louis as the function, the defunct number 2 slot for the loser of the SWAC championship game, you open up a whole lot of recruit visits you can do. You bring the SWAC to the Midwest, and this won't affect anybody's home schedule. Because remember, before this game was be thought about, if you lost the SWAC title game, you just went home any damn way. So I'm applauding the SWAC. Good job doing the thing in Birmingham. 1.225 million per team is pretty good. Good luck with this one. I hope it comes true. This is Coach Simmons. I'm out.